Good morning, everyone. My name is Eric Rush. I'm Senior Pastor of Bible Way Church of Sumter, and I'll be doing today's devotional. Thank you for joining us. I want to talk to you today about a very interesting and I think a very powerful story that's found in the Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 22. And it talks about a conversation that Jesus had with the Apostle Peter. And Jesus said something to Peter that was very interesting. He told him that Satan desired to have him so that he could sift him as wheat. And I thought that was really interesting because Jesus made it very clear to Peter, as that word does make it clear to us today as well, that this journey that we live as believers is not going to be absent of challenges. In fact, we have an enemy that his job and his aim is to kill, steal, and to destroy. And Jesus reminded Peter of that and made it very clear to him that the enemy not only wanted to have him, but he wanted to sift him as wheat. So the enemy, I'll say at the beginning, is not our friend. He's not on our side. He's not cheering you on, hoping that everything works out well. In fact, just the opposite is true. And I think one of the things that we must take away from this passage of Scripture is that be aware of your adversary. Be aware of your adversary. We do have an adversary, and the Bible tells us that he goes about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. So there is an enemy of your soul. Be aware of that. But then Jesus went on to say, he said that the enemy desires to have you and to sift you as wheat. But he says, but I have prayed for you that your faith would not fail. And that to me is the amazing part of that entire discourse. Jesus said, yes, the enemy is coming after you. Yes, he wants to attack you. Yes, he wants to destroy you. Yes, he's trying to undercut and undermine you. He attacks you emotionally, physically, psychologically, financially, relationally. He attacks you in all types of ways. But Jesus said this. He said that I have prayed for you that your faith will not fail. In other words, he was letting Peter know that regardless of what attack the enemy brings his way, don't allow the enemy to cause him to lose faith. Jesus said, I'm not praying that storms will not come your way. I'm not praying that attacks will not come against you. I'm not praying that the devil will stop and leave you alone. But he says, I'm praying that your faith will not fail. And that's one of the biggest challenges for us as believers as we go through life and as we battle through different arenas and seasons of life. Our faith must be maintained and must stay intact. And in fact, that's one of the things that I think challenges us psychologically and spiritually as well. We are sometimes tempted to lose faith, and we can get hit so hard by just life itself that it can cause us to even question our faith, question the promises of God. But Jesus said that he was going to pray for something specific, that Peter's faith would not fail. So now that Jesus has prayed for Peter's faith to not fail, he gives him a very interesting challenge. He tells him that when he's converted, or when he's come through, when he's endured the storm, when his resilience and his confidence in God has brought him through, he said to strengthen your brother or to reach out and encourage someone else. The same strength that you got from me, Jesus says to Peter, you should transfer that to someone else. The challenge is we have a huge opportunity to be a blessing to others. God never intends for his blessings to come just to us, but God's blessings always come through us. And so he was encouraging Peter, don't just rejoice over what he received, but in your thanksgiving and in your thankfulness for what you have received from God, don't forget about others. There is someone else in need. There's some other family member. There's some other coworker, some other neighbor, maybe some stranger that may be looking for an encouraging word. And so when Jesus tells him to strengthen his brother, and he tells us the same thing, it could be something just as simple as some kind words. It could be sending an encouraging text message. It could be a smile on someone's face. how you greet someone, their pleasant attitude. It could be praying for someone, even asking someone, how can I pray for you today? Just that gesture can make the difference in someone's life. And so when you are converted, when God has made a transformative difference in your life, don't just let it stop there. Let the blessings of God flow through you into the lives of others, and you'll find yourself and all those around you being encouraged and better as a result. So listen, God bless you. Have a great day and a great week. We'll see you next time.